Okay, let's unpack this. We're going to cut through a lot of noise today.
Definitely. The source we're looking at really demands it.
Yeah, it does. So often we hear people talk about feeling, lost or maybe confused about what step to take next.
Right, that familiar feeling.
But this source, it pulls absolutely no punches. It argues this isn't really confusion. It's more like a subtle, maybe subconscious avoidance of responsibility.
Avoidance. Okay.
And it suggests this pattern is actually, well, profoundly detrimental. It slowly eats away at your vitality.
So it's not just a feeling, it's an act of erosion.
Exactly. And just to be clear, this isn't about soft motivation today. Not at all. This is a pretty radical reframe.
And this internal state, the source frames it quite dramatically, actually calls it the war inside your head.
The war inside your head. Wow.
And for a lot of people, this isn't just a battle they're sometimes fighting. It's one they've been losing systematically every single day.
Every day.
It is that persistent feeling of being stuck, of living below your potential. The source says that's the pileup, the result of all those daily defeats.
Defeats born from choosing comfort over, confrontation.
Precisely. Comfort over the hard stuff.
Okay, so as we dig deeper here, the source takes a turn that's, honestly, it's compelling, but maybe for some, deeply uncomfortable.
Uh-huh. I know the part you mean.
It basically says that real life change, it demands we kill the fantasy.
Kill the fantasy. And what's the fantasy, according to the source?
It's that pervasive idea, maybe societal, maybe personal, that some external force or just, a stroke of luck is going to fix your problem.
The magic bullet.
Yeah. No one is coming, the source just flat out asserts. It dissects how this hope, this expectation keeps us passive, waiting.
Waiting for that savior. Or the miracle, which, spoiler alert,
isn't arriving. Yeah. Real change, it argues, only kicks in when you're, and this is vivid, bleeding in the dirt, crawling, screaming.
Wow, so basically when you hit absolute rock bottom.
When you're forced, truly forced, to face reality head on, no escape routes left.
Okay. So given that internal war, that conflict.
Right. The source then poses this really uncomfortable question. What happens when the excuses, the stories we tell ourselves get so loud they drown out your own heartbeat?
That's a powerful image.
Yeah.
The excuse is deafening you.
It really is. And it presents this as a critical tipping point, a moment of truth, a stark choice.
And what's the choice?
At that exact moment when that internal conflict just peaks and you are face to face with yourself, the source says you either rot or rise.
Rot or rise. No middle ground.
Apparently not. And that choice, that really profound moment of decision, well, that's the journey we're about to explore.
And what's interesting is how the source immediately anchors this intense idea. It doesn't just leave it hanging as pure grit. It brings in Viktor Frankl.
Ah, Frankl, man's search for meaning.
Exactly. The Holocaust survivor, the psychiatrist. And it uses his insights to argue something pretty radical. Humans don't actually need comfort.
Don't need comfort. That goes against almost everything we hear.
It does, doesn't it? What we truly need, what we crave deep down, the source argues, echoing Frankl, is meaning.
Meaning, okay.
And this meaning, it isn't something you just find, like, lose change.
No.
No. It's something, as Frankl suggests, and this source really hammers home, that you don't find. You create it. Brick by often painful brick.
You create it, so it's an active process.
Very active. The source suggests if you want peace, paradoxically, the path is to suffer, but for something that genuinely matters to you.
Suffer for something that matters. That's a powerful distinction it's making there. True purpose comes not from avoiding the hard stuff, but leaning into it, giving it purpose.
Exactly. And it doesn't shy away from our past either, our struggles.
All right. You might think, I'll just ignore that trauma, push it down, it'll heal eventually.
We wish.
But the source quotes something referencing the body keeps the score, and it's chillingly clear. The body doesn't forget.
That's a heavy one. And it's not just metaphorical, is it?
No, not at all. It draws on neuroscience, explaining how chronic avoidance of pain, of dealing with things, keeps our nervous system basically on high alert.
Constantly scanning for threats.
Right, encoding those unprocessed experiences as a constant danger. So your body is quite literally paying a price. Think chronic stress, anxiety.
It makes perfect sense. It's not just in your head, it's physiological. So if you're feeling that anxiety or depression or just that persistent stuck feeling, the source interprets that not just as some pathology to be medicated and ignored, but as your own brain basically screaming a message.
Screaming what?
A stark, undeniable message. Change or die.
Whoa, change or die. That's intense.
It's biological.
Yeah.
Deeply ingrained. Your system is wired for adaptation, for survival, stagnation. Your body sees that as a threat to your well-being.
So it's like a primal alarm bell going off inside.
A literal wake-up call.
And if you look at how many of us live, how we try to cope with that scream, the source points to something widespread. Numbing.
The numbing. Yeah, all those quick fixes.
Exactly. Those quick dopamine hits, endless scrolling, porn, junk food, maybe even those fake relationships. They aren't just little pleasures.
No, the source frames them as something much more insidious.
It does. It calls it a pervasive form of self-medication, stuff that dulls our capacity for deeper, more sustained fulfillment.
Dulls the pain, but also dulls the joy.
Precisely. And the source argues very directly here. If you keep doing this, you're not really living. You're just dying slower than everyone else.
Oof. That's harsh. But it connects the dots, doesn't it? Daily habits to existential cost. Short-circuiting meaning.
Yeah, it really does.
So this leads us, naturally, to the critical question. Okay, what's the alternative then? If numbing is slow death, what's the path to life?
Right. And the source isn't vague about it. It gives solutions. They're not easy, though. Not by a long shot.
No easy fixes here.
Definitely not. It pushes for radical actions, not just random rules, but deliberate steps to grab back your agency.
Like what? Give us some examples.
Okay, like wake up early, even when it sucks, especially then. Not for productivity necessarily.
So it's not just about getting more done.
No, it's framed as a daily win over comfort, building mental toughness. Then it says, quit things that make you weak, immediately.
Immediately. No negotiation. Why?
Because those small compromises, they just erode your willpower over time, chip away at you.
Makes sense. What else?
And the call to end lying. Crucially, mostly to yourself.
The self-deception. That's the big one, maybe.
It seems like it. It's about confronting the lies that keep us trapped, keep us stuck. These are all hard things, deliberately so.
Why the emphasis on hard?
Because, the source says, these hard things rebuild your soul. They force you to align your actions with what you actually value deep down.
Rebuild your soul. Okay, so this is deep work.
Deep work. It's not about, fluffy affirmations or just thinking positively. The source basically says you don't need more of that.
What do you need then?
What you need, it states very profoundly, is a mirror, a shovel, and a funeral for your old self.
A mirror, a shovel, and a funeral. Wow. Break that down.
Well, the mirror is for brutal self-confrontation, really looking. The shovel. That's for the hard, messy work of digging yourself out, changing things.
And the funeral.
That's for letting go completely, burying the old you, the one defined by excuses and avoidance, to make space for the person you need to become.
So a complete transformation, not for the faint of heart, as you said.
Definitely not.
Okay, so tying all these threads together, this intense journey, the hard things, confronting reality, what's the deeper purpose here, according to the source?
It guides us beyond just seeking happiness.
Right, it calls happiness a drug, which is pretty provocative.
It is, because it's often fleeting, superficial, dependent on external things.
Those quick hits again.
Exactly. So it shifts the focus away from that. What the source argues you truly want, what you're really seeking underneath it all, it isn't that fleeting feeling.
What is it then?
It's power, it's peace, and it's meaning, real substance.
Or peace mean?
And the core message, the absolute bottom line, is that these things, they aren't handed to you, they are not given, they are earned.
Earned, not found, not given, earned.
Right, and the path to earning them, we've kind of been talking about it this whole time, it's demanding.
How so?
It's through discipline, through pain, that's the quote.
Discipline and pain. Not exactly selling an easy lifestyle.
Not at all. It emphasizes this constant, difficult choice you face every single day, choosing what is hard and right over what is easy and empty.
Hard and right versus easy and empty, that's the core tension.
That's the ultimate application, really. It's this daily, relentless negotiation with yourself, a continuous act of creation, of choosing who you will be.
So it never really stops, this process.
Seems not. So, as we wrap up, here are the final stark choices that our source leaves you with, listening right now. It's a personal challenge.
Lay them out.
Comfort or character, sleepwalking or awakening, excuses or execution.
Comfort or character.
Yes.
Sleepwalking or awakening. Excuses or execution.
Powerful contrast. Yeah. Leaves you thinking.
Absolutely. And this whole deep dive, really, in its, its uncompromising nature, it begins and ends with the same unwavering truth, doesn't it?
It really does. No two ways about it.
The message is crystal clear. No ambiguity. No one's coming to save you.
That hits home.
Now go save yourself.